What up, America? It's your boy, Chuck Johnson, a.k.a. Kid Thunder. I know I haven't done any political rantings video in quite a minute. I know I've been off and on it because, you know, basically I stated that, uh, anyway, I'm just saying that I haven't done too many political rantings videos in quite a minute. But anyway, I will say this. Uh, this is going to be a video response to Brandon Tatum's video talking about Democrats hating black people. For one thing, Mr. Tatum, everything you said in your video was spot on and accurate, and I couldn't have said it better myself because I pretty much knew from the very beginning that Democrats hated black people. Yet, I do agree with you on the fact that, for you and I, which obviously I'm assuming we're like similar age or something like that, but I'm in my 30s. Um, I'm going to set the record straight and state that while we were young, while, pretty much that's all we've been taught. You understand what I'm saying? Uh, because all we black people have been taught was to vote Democratic because supposedly the Republicans are racist and whatnot. And that turned out to be nothing more than just a false narrative. And I want to add a little 2 cents right here too, because when you come to think about it, uh, when we basically we want to say this, America. We want to think that. People have been telling us that the parties have changed, and that right there in itself was nothing more than another Democratic lie, because the parties have never switched. It was always the same. I mean, Democrats hated black people then, and they hate black people now. And I wanna go on record and say this. I mean, I feel sad that the majority of us black folks vote exclusively Democratic, and we're only doing it without understanding what we're doing. I mean, and here's the thing. We got look at our America. Why do you think that there's too many Planned Parenthoods in the black community? Go to any predominantly black neighborhood all across America, and you'll see a Planned Parenthood, located there. And I'm gonna also say this: the abolitionists, even the black abolitionists out there, like Frederick Douglass, like Harriet Tubman, they were Republican back then. Abe Lincoln, the man who wrote the Emancipation Proclamation, he was a Republican. And let's fast forward to the 1950s. During the civil rights era. Last time I checked, President Eisenhower, another Republican from the past. uh, basically made civil rights made the whole Civil Rights Act into law in during that time, especially during that time when the Democrats literally filibustered it. And while we on this topic about in the case of a in the case of a while we're on this topic, ladies and gentlemen, in the case of Democrats hating black people, I'll start with one. Like back in the 1960s, during the Great Society, when President Lyndon Baines Johnson, another Democrat, by the way, basically was trying to promote this whole, Great Society Act. And you know what? LBJ has said, because I've said this time and time again. He said these words verbatim. I'll have those N words vote Democratic for the next 200 years. And 50 years later, ladies and gentlemen, there has been no progress in the black community. And I'm telling you, straight from not only research, but straight from how I know how to think for myself. I mean, it's like this. I'm saying it like this. I voted for John. I mean, when I was 18 years old back in 2004, I voted for John Kerry. I was not a fan of George W. Bush whatsoever. In 2008, obviously, I voted for President Obama because, I have thought that maybe the first black president of the United States would obviously unite everybody. Come to think of it, that was literally nothing more than just a false narrative. And, I've seen that, and throughout Obama's presidency, I've seen that he cared more for the illegal immigrants than he had with black people. So, and I'm going to tell you like this. I haven't voted Democratic since 2012, okay? I mean, and it's highly likely I would never vote Democratic ever again. Why? Because I have a brain. I know how to think for myself. I mean, many of us as black folks do not do that, and it's pretty sad, America. So that's my video response to Brandon Tatum's video regarding about Democrats hating black people. What are your thoughts? What are your comments on this? The link to the original video will be in the description. I'm Chuck Johnson, a.k.a. Kid Thunder. I'm signing off.